Hello everyone, Jamarcus here, and I got week 4 of DDL here. We're facing that one guy who is one of the newer people to DDL, and they have a pre-marina, which is just brutal. As I discovered last week, I'm very weak to water fairy types. Um, every single one of my fairy resists is weak to water, so a rough matchup, but there's only one more water fairy type left after this, so hopefully we'll be through them soon. I don't actually know if anyone drafted Azumarill. Hopefully not. Anyways, they left Mega Latias at home, which is surprising, but it's not here. Sandy Shocks puts me in a blender. I feel like I don't have anything for this. I brought Terra Grass Jolteon to try and help against it. I don't really want to use Sinistra against it because I really need Sinistra for Terra Water or Shifu Rapid Strike, which we see. At least it's Terra Water and not something like Terra Flying to try and beat my Sinistra. That would be challenging. Um, but anyways, Celestial is pretty rough as well. I do have the Jolteon to kind of help for it, but it's not ideal. So I am going to lead, I believe Victini. Do I lead Victini? I don't even remember who I lead. Anyways, that's the team we're facing. Urshifu Rapid. No, I lead Jolteon. I don't know why I said Victini. I lead Jolteon. Um, I figured I'm Calm Mind on the set. Um, I figured I can maybe not Calm Mind on everything, but at least threaten something. So Urshifu here is Terra Water, it dies to Thunderbolt. Unless they're AV, then they might live, and this could also be Scarf, and Terra Water just kills my Jolteon. I could Terra Grass, but then if they just click like Scarf U-turn, that's really bad for me as well. So I don't want to lose my Jolteon right here. I can go Sinistra if they're Terra Water Adamant Choice Band. There's actually rolls where I just get 2 KO'd, so that was a bit of an oversight on my end. Um, I probably should have had a little more Fizzdef on my Sinistra to allow me to take that, but I'm going to go to Sinistra nonetheless, because I don't really have another play, I don't think. In comes Sinistra, they just U-turn totally fine, that reveal's not Choice Band, so I'm thinking they're probably Choice Scarf, I don't think you'd stay in and click U-turn there if you were not Choice Scarf. In comes Celestial, totally fine. I can just go hard Victini. Um, if they want to click Air Slash, shouldn't do a whole lot. If they want to click Leech Seed, that's fine too. I threatened them with an OHKO. They click Iron Defense, totally fine. Um, and I just click V-Create here. Unfortunately, I don't have a special fire move, so I can't just threaten the OHKO, but I'm thinking they might just switch. And who's they're switching anyways to V-Create? If they want to give me damage on Boulder, that's great. Now it's in range of Val. Same with Primarina. If they're like max HP Prim, I might 2 a KO. I mean, if I get 2 high rolls, but anyways, a lot of damage on Prim. It would be fantastic. So I just click V-Create. They do stay in, they live, which is totally fine. As they just Earthquake me, I do live that, and I can go for another V-Create. I'm faster because I'm Choice Scarf. They go Patch though, and I get a crit, which is also great. I don't want to lose Victini quite yet. It's a Scarfer, and it puts on a lot of offensive pressure on their team, clearly. So I just switch into Glamora. I figure there's not a whole lot Petrun can do to me. They recover totally fine. And I got an option here. I can either click Toxic. I am Corrosion, so I get a guaranteed Toxic on something. Or I can just click Meteor Beam. And I'm looking at their team thinking, okay, there's not really a great Meteor Beam switch in. Damage on Sandy Shocks is great. It barely lives a V-Create, so putting it in range of that would be great. I keep saying great. And then yeah, Pre-Marina, maybe they're Assault Vest. I don't know why they'd switch Pre-Marina in here, but anyways. Meteor Beam powered Herb pretty much gets a kill here, or close to it, so that is what I go for. Whole bunch of damage on Petrarunt as they parting shot out. This thing is as good as dead now, which is great. I keep saying which is great, oh my god. Urshifu's in, not great. That was on purpose that time. I just go Sinistra here, I do believe. Or no, I just sack because Sinistra could die. If they're like Adamant Punching Glove, which they could be, I don't know. Although they're probably just Choice Scarf. Anyways, that goes down totally fine. I get some good damage on Petch. I could have also set up rocks on Parting Shot there, but I think the damage on Petch is good. It dies to V-Create now. I go into Sinistra, and I can just click Calm Mind here. The Blinking Chain doesn't get the poison, very nice. And in comes Sandy Shocks, which was so surprising to me. Like, what does Sandy Shocks do to me? So I just go for a Strength Sap to get back to full. And then I think I misplay here. I click Iron Defense. None of their physical attackers are going to threaten me. I'm at full health. I don't need the Iron Defense. I beat them anyways. So I should have clicked Calm Mind again. But I don't. I click Iron Defense to try and cover all my bases. And in comes Prim. My Iron Defense, I show them my last move, so they know I don't have a grass move now. They know I'm Mono Shadow Ball. So they know they can just kind of 1v1 me with this Prim. Probably, with the light screen up. So I do switch out here. I go into Victini, figuring, okay, I live Moonblast, assuming they're not choice specs. And Bolt Strike nearly outgoes this thing. So they click Encore. So maybe they're faster than me, I'm not sure. I don't have very much speed on my Sinistcha, so Primarina very well could be faster than me. And I think this is when the misplays start. Like at this point in the game, I was in a very comfortable spot. I've chipped down Celesteela really well, and Petrun's dead. If I can get some damage on this Primarina, I think my Iron Treads late game, or a setup Jolteon, or my Val even, or Sinistcha, literally all of my Pokemon, I think, have a good shot at winning the game if I can damage this Prim. So I play Bolt Strike, obviously, because it's my highest damage move. But there's a Sandy Shocks in the back. So in reality, I could have just clicked V-Create here, and I thought about it. If they're max Fizz Def, it sucks. I would do like 35%, I think. But if they're just max HP, I could 2 a KO. So I click Bolt Strike here. And I could have U-turned as well. But yeah. Oh, sorry for that notification. Apparently OBS used Discord, but not Steam. Good to know. So yeah, I go Sinistcha here as a Volt Switch. Pretty predictable. I do have 2 electric immune, so maybe I could have gone into them, but they are both weak to ground, so it's kind of an awkward turn to make. Prim comes back in, totally fine. I think I go back to Victini here. Yeah. On Calm Mind, that's totally fine. I can click V-Create. I click V-Create this turn because I don't want Sandy Shocks coming back in. And this is where I make my really big misplay. I keep Victini. I think there's a world where I definitely could have stayed in. They'd have to be absolute max speed to be faster than me, and I think they probably would be max speed, given how much damage I dealt. I don't think they have a lot of bulk, or no, they don't have a lot of bulk. And if I sack Victini here, it's not really the end of the world. It's just gonna be Iron Boulder setup fodder anyways. And yeah, I just didn't think it was that necessary to keep around. So I probably should have just stayed in here and sacked Victini. Instead, I try and make a mid-ground. And the mid-ground did not work out at all. I thought, okay, they could click Volt Switch on my Sinistcha and then get back into Prim, and then it's kind of awkward. They also might set up a screen again as they go down and then try and go for game with Boulder because they know I'm locked into V-Create. So I try and make a mid-ground and going Iron Valiant. If they Volt Switch on me, that's okay. I don't die. I can threaten something. If they Earth Power, I'll live and I'll kill them. It works out both ways. That was my idea of going Val here. So I go Val. As they Volt Switch, so they don't set up a screen like I thought they might. They don't Earth Power like I thought they might. They go Boulder, and at this point I'm like, oh, hold on a second here. Do I lose? Victini, I mean, everything's slower, including Jolteon, and everything dies if this thing gets a Swords Dance up. Except for Sinistcha. It's a roll for Mighty Cleave to kill me. As it is for a roll for this Close Combat to kill Iron Boulder. So if they Swords Dance here, Close Combat could kill. Unfortunately, I don't have any priority. So that's what happens here. They click Swords Dance, and I click Close Combat, and I get like an absolute min roll. And yeah, I don't have Shadow Sneak, so I can't kill this. Down goes Val. I go Sinistcha, hoping to live. I don't. And then at this point, I have no counterplay. I just have to go into this thing. I hope they click Earthquake. They don't. In comes Iron Treads on Booster Attack. Down I go. And same with Victini. So the Iron Boulder sweep, unfortunate. The 5-0 loss is really going to suck. My differential was bad already. I was 3-0, which is great, but I keep saying great. I'm 3-0, but I'm only +6. So now I'm 3-1 +1. My differential is really bad. I'm still doing pretty good on the win-losses, but could be better. There's an argument that I got unlucky. It's not an argument I really want to make because I just could have brought better sets and been in a great spot. If I just had Shadow Sneak on Val, would have been in such a good spot. If I would have just sacked Victini, or gone into one of my electric immunes on the Volt switch, I would have been fine. But I didn't make that play, and my opponent played it right. I think it was pretty ballsy going for Swords Dance there. My opponent mentioned how they assumed I was Choice Scarf, and thought they would live any hit and then kill me back, which is reasonable. If I am Choice Scarf, I can't kill you and you're faster and get the Swords Dance. Um, and then also, like, if I had like Encore, I could have Encored the Swords Dance. But yeah, I didn't have those options, unfortunately. So I did just get swept by the boulder. I think my treads could have swept for sure. If I get a rapid spin, I kill most of the team, really. And then Sinistra would become very hard for my opponent to kill, as long as I do play around Primarina, who hopefully Jolteon is good enough for. But yeah, just didn't work out. Didn't bring quite enough for the boulder. I think I over-prepped a little bit for the Lottie. And not enough for this thing, clearly. I was doing really well. I felt great about the game state until Sandy Shocks came in and started setting up screens, and it got a little awkward with the Volt switches. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough play to make because my Iron Treads being attack booster means it's slower than Sandy Shocks, so it's kind of awkward to go into it. And Jolteon just dies to Earth Power, so because I didn't Terra turn 1, because I hard switched out. Yeah, but like the first, I don't know, 15 turns felt really good. I mean, maybe 12. Once, yeah, the Bolt Strike was bad. Probably should have clicked V-Create the first time. I really just need damage on Prim. I don't need to OHKO it. So a couple of changes I would have made, but mostly to the team, honestly. A little bit of anti-sweeping, like some priority, or I don't know, a focus sash. But oh well, we're still 3-1. Got a tough matchup next week. The toughest matchup probably. But I'm hoping in the next 4 weeks we'll be able to pick up 2 wins and guarantee playoffs. But hopefully get 4 wins, you know. That'll do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.